program of Cyber JAGROOKTA DIWAS, and this is being organized by the Department of Computer Science and Engineering and Department of Information Technology of Tripura University. Today's our talk will be delivered by Dr. Jayanta Pal, and the topic of the talk will be Introduction to Cyber Crime and the Importance of Awareness. So first, I'd like to request Professor Swanirva Mujumdar to say a few words.
Joining in soon. Our VC sir may join in anytime based on because he is in the security check. So if he is able, he'll be joining in. And as this is the first program, and after the Vijayadashami and Dashera, so I would first like to wish one and all a very uh, happy Dashera as well as Shubho Vijaya. Starting with that, just a bit of backstory. The Ministry of Home Affairs has launched the Indian Cyber Crime Coordination Center, that is the I4C, to strengthen the capabilities of law enforcement and agencies, which is called the LEAs, in order to inform them other agencies. The Ministry of Home Affairs has also launched a National Cyber Crime Reporting Portal, NCR. So, of it, and go to that, and you can see what is the present situation, because we have lot of cyber crime incidents coming up. So, in this regard, these higher education institutions, Tripura University is a part of it, have been requested to celebrate this Cyber Jagrukta Day, which they have in short put CJD for the hashtags and other things, for every first Wednesday of every month. This Wednesday was a celebratory one, so we couldn't organize on this Wednesday. So for this month, because of the puja, we are starting on the Thursday. But the next month onwards, we'll be having programs every Wednesday for every month for this year 2022-23. We'll be celebrating in a elaborative manner, propagating the cyber hygiene, mass awareness, and campaign by involving all different dignitaries of various functions here. The CJD will be carried out by different institutions parallelly along with other central government organizations. So here, as Dr. Jayanta Pal is the youngest among the CS and IT department faculties of Tripura University, we have requested him to give this lecture, because these new trends are more accustomed to the younger faculties as well as younger generation. Maybe the students of IT and CS who are regularly updating themselves will be in better knowledge compared to us. So we are starting off with our in-house expert for this first program, and later on we'll be carrying out more programs. So Dr. Jayanta Pal has kindly agreed to be part of it. So thank you, sir, and we'll be taking this privilege to, as me being the head of IT, along with Dr. Abhishek, who is coordinating the program, head of the computer science department. Both welcome one and all here, the different HODs, the different faculty members, non-teaching staff, people from other universities for this program. So I welcome one and all. Please stay online and have this program so that we can update ourselves with the newer trends. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Swanirva Mujumdar. Now, I'd like to, I think VC sir has not joined yet. I think he has some issues regarding this flight. So now we'll continue our program. So now I'd like to request Dr. Jayanta Pal to start his presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. A very good morning to all the participants, all the dignitaries, all the faculty members, non-teaching students, scholars present in this program. So I take this privilege to present something on this Cyber Jagrukta Divas. so that with a small effort from our side we can make a change, we can make some modification, we can make some updation in the younger generation. As Professor Shonibor sir has already mentioned, that it is more intended to the younger generation of this present scenario. So, sir, with your permission, may I present the presentation? Sir, may I start the presentation?
Sure, start.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
you can start.
Yes, sir.
So, as this is the first program on Cyber Jagrukta Divas, which is being celebrated by Tripura University, and it's a joint effort by Department of Computer Science and Engineering and Department of Information Technology. So, I will more emphasize on the awareness. So, so that is the introduction to cyber crime and the importance of the awareness. So as we know that we all are in a digital life, all the all the life aspects has been covered, or maybe the life has been made easy by means of tech. So IT has become a parcel of our life, but uh, with some issues. Let's have a look on that. So in every aspects of life, like in education, online shopping, research and development, business, innovations, communication, digital transactions, tour and travel, even matrimonial also, we are more or less dependent on the technology, or we can say we are actually dependent uh, on a computing device and the internet connectivity. So the in the field of education, from the pandemic situation onwards, we are more prone to the internet, and we are more prone to the virtual classrooms. Even nowadays, Government of India has initiated making virtual universities also. So we can understand the essence of the internet, the essence of distance learning, the essence of the adoption of information technology in the field of education, which also equally applies to the field of research and development also. But other than that, we all, I guess 99% of the smart peoples are or do use the facilities of IT, the facilities of computing devices. Like for the payment also, we uses the UPIs. For purchasing something, we use the e-commerce websites. For planning our maybe any activities, any event, we use the online platform. For the relationship also, we are dependent on the platform, on this digital platform. But are all those things going as per our expectations, or do we have any flaws, or do we have any maybe danger out of it? So so in a short, we can say that internet has changed everyday life, or internet has made our life so easy. But beware that some of unwanted things are also happening in this real world, like email scam. OLX, we know, one of the e-commerce site where the accessories are being sold. The second-hand accessories has been sold. So the fraud has been reported in that platform also. Identity theft, lottery fraud. Like yes, you have owned some amount of some amount, like maybe some handsome amount if you own. Say one of our non-teaching staff also has the same message from maybe some group of fraudsters, like he has owned 25 lakh rupees or something, so and so. But he has to deposit a security amount of 15,000 to claim that lottery amount. So he was smart enough to deposit that 15,000 itself. So he has sent 15,000. After sending the 15,000, he was asked to send another 90,000, so that they can they can process it, and they can arrange his 25 lakh thousand. He was ready to deposit 90,000 also. But as soon as we come to know that he has owned a lottery amount, so we refrain. I mean, we just take the initiatives, and he has refrained from depositing any further amount. So this kind of I mean, frauds are being happening. So work from home is like anything nowadays. Maybe I mean, any official, any IT employees, or maybe anyone who is not involved with any company or any employer, they will be preferring always working from home. But this working from home also is become has become a scam nowadays. So in every aspect we are not safe. We can say that in somehow we are being monitored, we are being watched from the other side of this digital world. So everything we do in the internet, everything we share in the internet are being watched, are being monitored. uh, so uh, so this is how this scams, the frauds, or this kind of things are happening. So this is the computer, this is the adoption of technology, adoption of IT, which makes this happening. So if we want to have a proper look on what is this cybercrime. So cybercrime is simply the use of computer as an instrument for illegal reasons. So computer can be, I mean, as the computer or any computing device like mobile or maybe tab or anything which is being used for the adoption or for this for the purpose of IT, can be hacked, can be what can I say, that can be used to make the victim of the fraud. So a computer has become, as the computer has become a central of everything, the cybercrime has grown, and thus its importance. As I mentioned earlier, the adoption of computer and the internet is most essential in our life. We cannot imagine a single day without internet, a single day without the uses of computer. So most of the victims uh, are comes under this particular field. So it can also be termed as the computer crime. So it and can be categorized as computer as a target, that is the victim, and the computer as a tool, that is the fraudster or the villain. What can be the consequences of the cybercrime? The first and foremost consequences is revenue loss. It is the most important and mostly reported uh, case of this cybercrime, that they target only to take away the revenues, taking the money from a particular person. It is the reputation damage, so that one can be forced to share, to give the details what they want, so that they can further, later on they can blackmail, or they can do as per their maybe as per their wish. So cyber terrorism is again one of the most important. The terrorists also are also using the smart users of this internet. So we should be very careful of that. The impact, it is having some impact on the society as well as the government also, because more or less the more number of these frauds are being targeted on the government sector and the business sector, and largely at a scale to the society also. So these are the most common types of cybercrime. So there are varieties. There are a number of cybercrimes happening nowadays, but the most happening cybercrime is the phishing scam. The phishing scam is one scam or a crime that has more than 90% successful rate. So that is what we should be very careful about. And what it is actually, it is one of the main form of social engineering, where the attacker try to trick an unsuspecting users to give away a personal information. So they'll be sending some emails, they'll be sending some messages, they'll be sending, which will contain some links. So it will be asked very nicely that maybe you have invited to do so, you are or maybe you have won some prize, or maybe you will be honored with some award, something like that. To claim, to register with us, please click on the link. So this kind of messages may appear. Sometimes it may appear like a real website, like a real maybe email that will be asking with your personal information for some benefit, for some the user, or in return the user will be thinking about, okay, I'll be having some award, I'll be rewarded with maybe prestigious award, or something like that. So once they click on the link, or the give you the personal, all the details are with the fraudsters. So they just play with these informations, they works with the curiosity, like oh, okay, I have won some reward, or maybe fear, something maybe uneasy you have done, they have monitored, they will be sending some message, I have caught you with this particular event, or particular maybe any such things. Some urgency, I'm maybe they will be sending some message with a urgency that they are in a need of urgent help, which will make you in a sense that you will be entering your data, or you'll be clicking on the particular link. But it is more important that this kind of happenings have successful rate above 90% as per the government report. So how do we keep away from this particular type of phishing scam? So it is nothing but to check the domain from where you have got the email. Maybe we are browsing some website, we need to check whether the website is verified or not. Whether the website has proper certification or not, whether the website is using any secured prototype or not, like HTTPS would be there if it is a secured website. So nowadays all the reputed websites are having their certification in the URL itself. So you can click on the leftmost side of the URL, and we can verify the certificate also. So we need to pay attention to the social media, we need to pay attention to the email address from which we are getting the emails. Like in our institute also it happens that by the name of our honorable vice chancellor sir, some of our employees have got some urgent email that he is in an urgent need of some maybe something. So in that case, we need to verify whether the mail is from Tripura University domain or not. If it is not, simply ignore them. We do not, we should not reply on that. Uh, I mean, very common thing is to use the common sense, to apply the common sense to on observing such kind of things. It is very important. Sometimes if it's too good to be true, it usually is not. So from the business perspective, all the employees should be instructed, should be educated to refrain from such happenings, to refrain from doing such things, so that they can prevent themselves to be attacked or to be under cybercrime. So one of the simplest way is to type the URL of the website you want to visit. Please, take this pain to type the exact URL of the website you want to. We want to access. Like if we type any website, then there will be several options to be appeared in the search engine or in the web search. So all the websites may not be the real. We need to very careful. Either we should know the proper website so that we will be clicking on that particular website only, or we need to type in the URL to the browser. The next thing is internet fraud. As I have already mentioned, that the computer and the internet are become the most important part of our life. So it is quite understandable that the fraud are the fraud are mostly happening to the with the users of internet. So like all of us are very used to of using our credit cards for the payment, or maybe some UPI portal for the transfer of the money. We some of the youngsters are will be very fond of to looking for a job to the maybe job search websites, and etc etc. So in every aspect, the details of the personal details are very must. Like we never know when we are using our credit cards to the maybe online shopping centers. When the credit card is being swiped, we never know whether it has been connected to any schema or not. If it is connected to a schema, for example, you have gone to a shopping mall, you have purchased something, you want to pay the requisite bill, you have used your credit card. The machine to which the credit card has been swiped or maybe inserted, that has been connected to the schema. So every personal details has been copied. So simply what they want to go for the OTP. Go for the PIN number. So it is very easy if someone standing beside me or maybe you has closely observed the PIN that has been entered. But in to some extent, maybe in sometimes PIN is required. PIN means OTP is required, that has been sent to the mobile, or in some cases that OTP is not required. So the case where the OTP is not required, that could be very dangerous if all the information are being copied. So that is also one example of internet fraud. Like someone may be asked, or someone may be giving some offer that they have been listed for a particular job. But to secure the job, they need to pay some amount to cover the cost of the paperwork. So, this can be a part of the cybercrime, that this job is not actually the real. In most of the cases, I'm not saying that in all cases these are fake, but what I'm trying to say, please verify and be careful where you are paying attention, where you are maybe from where you have got this offer or opportunity. So how we can stay away from internet? So just safely browse, or pay attention to the information and the domain to which you are paying your details. So again, the use of common sense and the awareness, so that I should never disclose my PIN number to anyone. I should be very careful when entering the PIN number, so that no has been watching while I'm entering my PIN number. So the awareness is the best defensive tool we can use against the cybercrime. So that is the main thing. Another important cybercrime is identity theft. Like it is very closely related to the phishing scam, where a computer is being used as a tool, as everywhere it is used. So it is a crime of obtaining the personal and or financial information to use the identity to commit fraud. Like I'm using some social media platform. If someone is having the credential of that particular social media, so he or she or that fraudster or maybe the villain or the criminal can use that platform on my name, so that the other person will be thinking about that I am doing the same thing. So that is the identity theft. In sometimes also it may happen that someone asks for your mobile, so that that particular person is in a need to call someone or maybe to do some web search or something like that. So unknowingly, if that person is the fraudster, so I mean, intentionally he may install some of the suspicious softwares to your mobile, so that whatever you do to your mobile, whenever you just open your online banking website, whenever you open your social media profiles, they'll be just observing, they'll be just tracking, and they'll be just scanning all the things, all the passwords, all the credentials you are entering. So it could be more dangerous. So it occurs when someone steals personal information and the credential. There are varieties of identity theft. They can be, it can, I mean, it can be taking away the credential of your online banking. It can be taking away the credential of your social media platform. It can be your business uh, things, something like that. So how can it be I mean, protected? The easiest and the least expensive method of protecting is uh, to share as little information as possible. Like everything we do not need to be shared. For example, maybe I am out for a vacation for a week long. So I have planned accordingly. I have booked the maybe the uh, the hotels, the events, everything. So so if I just do share each and every detail in the internet, which is publicly available, so if someone on the other hand, the other side of the digital world are or is monitoring or is observing my activities, they'll he or she will be very easily come to know where I'm going, where I'll be staying, whether my home will be alone, whether someone will be there staying in the alone or not. So my house can be identified, my house can be attacked i- in absence of anyone in the house, as I have already announced that I will be not there in the home for a week long. Or maybe if I am a solo trip, or maybe someone who is women are in a or is in a solo trip to some place, and she has shared all the all the planning activities well advanced, and she may be attacked, she may be molested accordingly. So we should share as least information as possible, and we should also keep an eye on the internet activities, and proactively report any suspicious activity as soon as it happens. uh, like we should be very careful about our online activities. Like we should not be activating our location always. Like location tracking is there, where I'm going, from where to where I have visited. So we should not keep or I mean location on always. We should not we should be very careful of the any I mean, before granting any permission to a software, to a maybe to any particular website or any apps, so that it can be, I mean, whatever we do, whatever activities we are doing, that can easily be monitored. So we should be very careful of doing that. This is more I mean, more often happening in this society. Even from the police department also, we have come to know that this type of cyber crime is happening to the most I mean, high society personalities, and it is nothing but the harassment and the cyber stalking. So in most of the cases, it happens that using some social media platform, some beautiful lady calls, I mean, calls you, and they makes it a video call. And as soon as you call, I mean, you attend the video call, maybe for a fraction of second, it may happen that the really, or actually that beautiful lady is talking to you, or maybe she is very interested in chatting or talking to you. But after some fraction of second, some pornography content appears, and as your videography is also there, they make it a collage, and they make it public. This is nothing but the revenge porn. So this kind of happenings are very much uh, I mean usual to this present digital life, and we should be very careful of sudden any video call, or maybe any unknown person sending any friend request, and maybe a chat request or something like that. And this is very dangerous, as because uh, uh, in the report, it has been reported that some of the victims have developed the mental illness, and some of the victim has committed suicide also. So this could be extremely dangerous, and it targets the defaming. So it targets a high profile personality and try to threatening with this particular video messages, or maybe any chatting, or maybe screenshot, something like that. So how we can protect? So simply do not attend to this friend request, suspicious friend request, suspicious video calls. We should not attend any unwanted, happenings, any unusual happenings. So only proper awareness can make these things avoided. So reportedly, the victims of porn revenge, revenge porn, out of the total victim, 90% are the women's. So the women's are largely targeted for on the coverage of this particular cybercrime. 93% of the victims have suffered with significant emotional distress, and the 49% have become the victim who have shown the materials that has been shared, or that was intended to be shown, to be seen. uh, the next one is online intellectual property infringement. Like we can, the very common example could be the packaged water bottle. So with the renowned brand name, we can have similar names, we can have similar designs, we can have similar color combination of the packaged water bottle, so that we never closely observe what the exact spelling is. So it is nothing but the online intellectual property infringement, which includes some of them are has been listed as counterfeit, look-alikes, piracy, trademark squatting, patent infringement. So as the piracy is one of the online intellectual property infringement, one of the advice should be, would be not to use any pirated software, not to use any pirated operating system, or not to use any suspicious apps which is not available, or maybe which is being offered with some given link. So we should be very careful of that. And how to protect us from this particular, we should, again, the awareness, we should know what is the exact thing. We should be very maybe choosy, or maybe we should have a proper search, or proper literature review before we should go with any particular things to be installed. Or we can use a brand protection software. For the business perspective, we should we can you can use a brand protective software, or any antivirus software. For ourselves, we can use an antivirus, so that it can do our task to a greater extent. If some malicious apps has been detected, it can nicely be maybe detected, or maybe removed from our online maybe computing devices. So out of all those things, why the security awareness, or why this cybercrime awareness is so important? As I think we have already understood why this awareness is important: to prevent our data, our important data, our sensitive data, and to prevent the possible cyber attack, to include the security culture in the organization. The organization is not always the business, it not always any institute, it may be our home also. So it is always important to ever our maybe the persons in our home do not attend to any unwanted calls, do not reply to any maybe anything or anyone who you do not know. Do not disclose any information such as your personal details or maybe something else. Sometimes it is reported that some call has been received by old ages who is not so much I mean IT oriented, or maybe not that much aware of what is happening to the real world or to the digital world, asking that your PAN number or maybe your account bank account number will be deactivated if you do not update your KYC. So please give me your PAN number, your account number, your this so they just unwantedly or unknowingly they just give you everything, and their account has been just vanished away, or all the money have been transferred from their accounts. So for that reason also we need to create this security culture at our home as well. For developing technologies to create a secure defense against the cyber threat, increase the confidence to the customer, increase the confidence to the person that yes, confidently I can use the internet, I can adopt the IT. Some of our colleagues also they even do not use online banking system, they do not use the UPI, uh, out of the fear, out of the I mean concept that they may be to some extent their account may be the money from their account may be taken away. But if you do not use online banking, then also your money can be taken away. So for that, you should not be a technically expert, you should not be maybe a very fond of or maybe very expert to of using the digital devices. If you do not know, if you just simply share your details, that can, I mean, then also your personal belongings or your I mean you can be under cyber attack. So it is to improve the cyber responsibility and to prioritize the well-being of the employees in the organization. So for the sake of the benefit of the greater society, the cyber security awareness is much important. How do we can raise the cybercrime awareness? That could be another important question. So we as the technical person, or maybe the responsible person, I'm repeating again, we should not be technically expert to tell someone that please do not share your OTP. I do not need to be a technical person. Please do not click on any link that has been sent to you via SMS from some maybe suspicious user. So I do not need to be a technical person to do so. So we should be very responsible to the society. We should be targeting the remote location where the peoples are not that much I mean aware of the digital world. uh, I mean, it is not the case that only the person who uses the digital platform are being attacked. It is not the same. Even if I do not use the online banking system, my bank is online, my account is online, even if I do not use it in online mode. So if I share the details, they can be used by some other person. So I mean the awareness should be more targeting to the remote locations, to be more to the teenagers, as I was mentioning in the beginning, that the youngsters should be more targeting of this awareness program, and the simultaneously the old people who are not that much acquainted with the changing digital world. So these youngsters always try to install some apps, install maybe gaming app, maybe something other kind of apps they want to use for the maybe entertainment or for some other reason. But unknowingly they are giving away all the details which through which they can be under cyber attack. So promoting the education or the proper guideline given by the competent authority, That could be a part of the awareness. Adoption of the dynamic technological changes, we should be more focused on that. What are the new things happenings to make our the people, the common people, proper ground level planning so that it can be prevented before it happens. More community level awareness, as I mentioned, the more the people are aware, less the chances of cybercrime. We should be very emphasis on the cybersecurity budgets, involvement of the cyber volunteers. So all of us can be the cyber volunteer, and we can register ourselves in the as the cyber volunteer also. We can For the control of the mobilization of the fake news, the awareness is most important. So nowadays it is very common that a fake news has been spread like anything. So the awareness is more important, and we can raise the awareness program as per my understanding is in some of these ways. So, for the cybersecurity purposes and to raise the awarenesses, Government of India has taken some initiatives. Out of those, I have listed a few, like the Indian Computer Emergency Response Team has been established. It just operates as the national agency to address the country's cybersecurity. Cyber Surakshit Bharat, to strengthen the cybersecurity ecosystem in India. National Critical Information Infrastructure Protection Center, appointment of chief information security officers. The Personal Data Protection Bill 2013, Cyber Swachhata Kendra, National Cyber Security Policy, etc., etc. Now, sorry, the National Cyber Security Policy is 2013, not the Personal Data Protection Bill. And recently, the Ministry of Home Affairs have launched this Cyber JAGROOKTA DIWAS as a part of awareness program to the society from the and for the common people of India. So this is how we can make our people aware of the crimes that are happening nowadays. So one of the tool that we can adopt to protect ourselves. I mean, anyone can adapt, and I'll suggest that everyone should adopt this two-factor authentication. Now, what is this two-factor authentication? It just adds a second level authentication to the account to which we want to log in. It can be our official Gmail, it can be a personal Gmail, it can be our social media handling also. So it's just increases the security which is required. So if I say someone has take away my user ID and password of Gmail, then also he or she cannot log in without my permission. So that is what two-factor authentication is. So it is what something you know and something you have. So you know your password and you have your electronic devices. So combining both of them, the two-factor authentication works. So what are the benefit? As I already mentioned, that it adds an extra layer of security added with your password. So stronger security, and no one can log in without your permission, even if they know your passwords or credentials. But the question is how the passwords are stolen. So already I have mentioned that the persons are the victims who are under cyber crime or who are under attack. Their passwords can easily be theft. Then that can be easily cracked. Like for example, maybe you want to share your password to your friend which is very close to you. So you have a faith on your friend that he or she will never disclose your password. But when you are sharing that, oh, you don't know my password, it is simply my birthday, it is simply my mobile number. So any person who stands beside you, maybe you are not you have no intention to share with that person also, and you know your friend will never disclose your credential, but that person may not be as good as your friend. So that can be easily be cracked. So you should be very careful of sharing something like that. So keylogger can be easily been installed to your computer, your device. So we should not leave our digital devices unlocked or to any other person. So any keylogger software can be installed, so that whatever you do, whatever you browse, whatever you surf, that can easily be monitored from the other side. So as I mentioned that our Gmail can be under two-step verification. For that, you need to go to the setting. Then it will be we need to go to the account. That obviously we are using the Google account. Then we need to choose the Google account on which we want to impose two-step verification. Choose that account. Then under the security tab, there is option of two-step verification. Presently, it is off, so we need to turn it on, so that this extra level of this security can be incorporated. But before that, you need to verify that it is you by entering your password, and then just click on try it now. Your two-step verification will be turned on. Before that, an OTP will be sent to your registered mobile number, and after entering the OTP, this two-step verification will be turned on. Okay, so after that, if someone wants to enter, access your Gmail, then it would simply notify in your mobile that someone is trying to access. Is that you? If it is not, then you just simply click on no, it's not me. Then it will be automatically logged out, uh, and that person will not be able to access your Gmail. So that is how we can protect our Gmail. Now our Facebook can be protected by means of this. Simply we need to go to this option, this three dot. Then under settings and privacy, there is option called settings. Under that settings option, we have a security and login option. Under that, we will be having use two-factor authentication. So we need to simply turn it on. Again, one verification code would be sent to the mobile number. We will need to enter that verification code, and simply the authentication will be turned on. So we can say, or when we want to access this, it would be asking about the authentication code. But make sure that once you authenticate the access, it would be accessed to that device for after the onwards. If you want to deactivate, we need to do it from our mobile itself. So uh, after approving the device, it can be easily logged in. Okay, so it is the two-factor authentication. So we can remember the browser, so that from the next time onward, if it happens to be our another device, so next time onward we do not need to enter, we do not need to authenticate again and again. So it will save the browser, and it will remember the browser, and from the next time onward it will not ask for the same. So WhatsApp two-step verification, it is not that every time we will require the passcode whenever we want to access the WhatsApp platform. It is applicable when some other person or some other device wants to use the WhatsApp platform with the same mobile number, which is being used in my device or in your device right now. So for doing that, we need to go to this option, then settings, and we need to select account. Under the account, there is option called two-step verification. So simply we just need to enable it, and set the 6-digit PIN or the passcode. So we need to verify the email ID. After successful verification, the two-step verification will be enabled. So after 7 days, frequently it asks for passcode. So even if your account is with your device, after 7 days, it will be asking again for the passcode. So it will be frequently, verifying your identity. Okay, so we can check whether it has been or my my WhatsApp has been used by some other devices or not, simply go to settings and WhatsApp web. Nowadays it is linked devices, so we need to check the linked devices. If any device has been found as seen in the right hand side screenshot, we can make log out from all devices. So it will simply log out from all the devices which is being currently using the web version of the WhatsApp. So as we all aware of this web version of the WhatsApp, I'm not going into details. So similarly, Twitter, uh, I mean, or any social media platform can be under this purview. We can enable the two-step verification as an extra level of security to this uh, 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 profile also. So this is a total Twitter verification. Then Instagram also the same thing. Instagram two-factor authentication. We need to turn it on. Uh, we need to set the password and the authentication is on. Uh, so so the next question is it really required, or whomsoever are using this verification code? I just skip this, and these are some of the well known uh, uh, providers who are using two-factor authentication. So it is, I mean, quite important to enable to some, I mean, so that to some extent we can defend or we can prevent this cyber security. Okay, so let us make this resolution for today that we will not click on any unverified links. Will be very cautious while accepting any friend request, while accepting any video calls from any strangers online, whatsoever the platform is. We will not share our OTP, ATM number, CVV number, credit card number, UPI PIN number, or any verification code or anything to anyone, even if we have some trust on that. If required, we'll be simply entering the OTP by ourselves, not by sharing. We'll be very vigilant of at tempting or offering on social media, and as soon as it happens, if it happens, we'll be very smart enough to report the cybercrime at cybercrime.gov.in. It is the official website of Government of India, on which you yourself can register yourself as the cyber volunteer, as I have mentioned earlier. So for the financial, to prevent the financial fraud, we will never disclose our net banking password, one-time password, any verification code, ATM, phone banking, PIN, CVV number, expiry date to anyone. We will not make any financial transaction over any public Wi-Fi, over any maybe untrusted media or untrusted maybe bandwidth. You will use the strong password. Always use the virtual keyboard. We'll use the virtual keyboard, so that even if any keylogger software has been installed, they can to some extent we can avoid this keylogger, even if the keylogger software are having screenshot, taking the screenshot also. But anyway, to some extent we can avoid the screenshot or capturing the password by using the virtual keyboards. Always delete the browsing data and do not share the locations until and unless it is so required. Always review the transaction alerts received on your registered mobile number and reconcile them with the amount of your purchase. So, and for the business perspective, always enable, or maybe it is for personal perspective also, we should enable the multi-factor authentication, as I have mentioned the two-factor authentication earlier. We should flag the differences in reply and from email addresses. Uh, Enable security features that block the malicious emails if the feature is available to you, and do not share the personal information. And on above, it is the awareness which can make us less possible to be under cyber attack. And even if after this after adopting all the measures, we are under cyber attack, so where should we can report? Simply visit the nearest police station, nearest cyber cell, where we can lodge our complaint, where we can lodge our criminal cyber crime happenings. The report To report the cybercrime online, you can visit cybercrime.gov.in. We can refer to the latest advisories by the cert in on www.cert-in.org.in. And for any stolen devices, we can first we should launch the FIR, then we can launch the online complaint to the ceir.gov.in. So that this is some of the platforms to which we can report the cyber frauds. And these are some do's and don'ts. We should do check the URL before clicking on that. We should check the official emails. We should not redirect or forward our official contents to the personal email, personal accounts. We should always follow the password policy to have some strong password, and do change the password frequently. Keep your laptop locked when it is not used, and keep your device physically secured so that some other person cannot use your devices, even if you are not maybe with the device. Software antivirus, install antivirus softwares. Install the genuine softwares only, and use the genuine software. Do not use pirated software. Check permissions that you are granting on the mobile app. It generally happens that while installing any app, it just asks to maybe grant permission for accessing the location, accessing the call log, accessing the SMSs, accessing the phone calls, accessing storage, something like that. But unknowingly or maybe unintentionally, we just give the permission to access the SMS, where maybe if it is a suspicious or if it is a malicious software, they can your OTP can very easily be accessed. So be very cautious about using the geolocation services. Like there are very there are very much available softwares in the market, like geotech photos or something like that. So all of them are not secured. You do use your passwords settings on social media sites, and in case of any incidents, just report it to the competent authority. And do not share your password. Do not respond to your to any email from any strangers. Do not click on link from any unknown untrusted sources. Do not send any personal or sensitive information through mail or through any digital platform. Do not install any unauthorized program. Even if you suspect that this apps or software could be maybe unauthorized, simply uninstall the software. Do not plug in your devices to any maybe public domain or public places, like in airports, in railway stations, in any public spaces. Some skimming devices could be connected to the plug where you have plugged in your devices, so your data can be taken away. So be very cautious about that. Do not tolerate being uncomfortable. Don't post any private or sensitive information, and don't overshare the information, like simple information like date of birth, pet's name, or your first school name, which are generally used as the maybe security questions of your accounts. So do not share. A stalker can very easily locate and track their targets ev- targets every moment. So be very cautious about that. So be vigilant, be cyber safe, be cyber smart, be cyber safe. That's the motto. That's the vision of the government of India. And for national cyber, this is the National Cyber Crime Reporting Portal, www.cybercrime.gov.in, and this is the Twitter handling @cyberdost. So this is all from my side. Be safe, browse safe, and we can put our hands together to prevent the cybercrime. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Jayanta, for such a wonderful talk. And now I'd like to ask all the participants if anybody having any questions they can ask, or any doubts also they can clarify from Dr. Jayanta.
Yeah, Dr. Jayanta, this is Karuna here.
Yes, sir.
It's a very nice talk. I really enjoyed this talk.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you, sir.
so first of all, yeah, my question is it that all HTTPS sites are secure? Are they safe? I mean, they might be
Uh,
secure, but are all HTTPS sites safe?
See, sir, nowadays even the fraudsters have become very smart. They can, they can launch their domain with the secure protocol. But the thing is that we should be smart enough so that we should be very careful of uh, before sharing our information, before browsing all those things. But your question is very genuine. Are they safe? So it cannot be always safe if it is a verified website.
Okay, okay, yeah, that was one thing which I always had in mind. Anyway, thank you for the answer. Thanks.
Okay, sir.
Jayanti,
Yes,
good,
sir.
good
Yes.
morning. Good morning. So
Good
very
morning, sir.
informative talk you have delivered. Actually, these are the basic things that everyone should know. So I have a small doubt. Okay.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
I always receive some of the that is through the State Bank of India. Whether the State Bank of India always give notification through messages your detail of your accounts when they are giving your monthly accounts, whether you can go to that monthly account statement and verify by giving our password and that, whatever telephone number they are asking, whether it is
Sir, yeah. Sir, as far as my understanding and my observations, they always share the account statement, monthly account statement could be through email, not through SMS. But
acha,
you can verify it from the officials from SBI itself. And before verifying whether the bank sends this kind of things, uh, do not. My advice would be do not open or even do not use your passwords.
acha, okay. So
You
thank
can
you.
you can simply we can simply verify it from the SBI or from any official from SBI or that corresponding that agents.
Okay. So another small doubt. That
Yes, sir.
suppose somebody has did a mistake and already the money has been transferred to somebody's account. Okay. How
Yes.
much time it need to be lodge the complaint to the
Yeah, it is
cybercrime?
48 hours, sir. 48 hours. Within 48
40.
hours, we should be this should be intimated. And again, sir, in this regard, again the fraudsters are very smart. It has been reported that most of the financial frauds are occurring at the last hour of Friday, as because the last hour of Friday before second and fourth Saturday, because they know that fourth Saturday
Okay.
and second Saturday would be holiday, and day after tomorrow, that is Sunday. That would be Sunday. So this
Oh,
48-hour will be gone.
uh,
So we should be very careful on Friday afternoon.
but as you know, you people are very much savvy, computer savvy and IT savvy. For a layman, how he will know that which type of the messages are coming or mails are coming, and
Sir,
which mail is the
Sir, first,
fake one.
bank will never ask for anything. Even the messages have come, they will be coming for the intimation only, not for having some information. And if the messages or the mails have some links, please do not click. That would be the suggestion.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay.
You have
Okay, sir.
delivered a nice talk. Okay, and I have got a privilege to attend this nice workshop. Okay, very
Thank you, sir.
informative.
If anybody having any queries, you can also send email to Dr. Jayanta. His email address is available in Tripura University website. You can send an email
I
and
am
he will
typing my email
respond.
ID on the
Yeah,
chat box.
yeah. So you can communicate through email also. Now I'd like to request Dr. Alok Rai to deliver vote of thanks.
Thank you, Abhishek sir. I, Dr. Alok Roy, as part of the organizing team of the first program under Cyber JAGROOKTA DIWAS under Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India, jointly organized by Department of CSE and Department of IT of Tripura University, take this opportunity to thank the people involved in this program. First of all, I would like to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor G.P. Parasen, who is the patron of this program. And next, I would like to thank Dr. Deepak Sharma, Registrar of Tripura University. I would also like to thank our Dean, Faculty of Science, Professor B.K. Datta, along with other two deans, Professor Shamal Das